I've decided that I'm going to add one other aspect to this program. I'm just going to add, it'll be separate from the Bible reading. It'll just be me talking about things I encounter, and hopefully I'll somehow tie it into the Bible. You know, if we can't relate anything to our daily lives, I don't think that's illustrating faith in action at all, is it? I mean, it could be, but um, I'd like to do something other than just reading, so I'll just keep it separate, and um, that way, if you don't like what I'm saying here, then you can ignore these videos, these encounter videos, I'm going to call them, and you can stay in the Word, and you can just ignore my rambling here. But I just wanted to share something that happened on Tuesday. Today's Thursday. It was Tuesday evening. I don't know if you know this, but I work in retail, just a lowly worker in a small retail shop. Uh, Not a complicated job, but that's where I'm at right now. And I've been in retail for a long time. Other jobs, other positions. But I just wanted to share about this person I encountered on Tuesday night. And you'll see this if you work in retail, you'll encounter this a lot. People will intentionally um, attempt to belittle and degrade and hurt you. You put yourself in my position. Um, this lady was trying to hurt me in order to get $5 off of some pathetic piece of plastic. Some electronic or something. She was trying to get $5 off of it by blaming my incompetence and my pathetic peasantry and pathetic sack of filth that I am. So she complained to me initially. See what she was testing me, seeing um, how pathetic and worthless I was. So she just tests a little bit, and I'm a pushover. I'm like John Candy in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. You know that scene where he says, "You want to hurt me? Go ahead and hurt me if it makes you feel any better. I'm an easy target." That's pretty much me in this life. I'm not good at arguing with people. I'm not good at fighting people. I can. Oh, I can, but I don't want to. And I get very emotional immediately. I could barely speak when I had to run up to my manager then. And he had to walk up to her. He's much harder, tougher guy. He just tells her immediately, "No, screw you." He didn't say that, but he had to tell her, "No, that's not how it works." And the price was clearly on the item, but she was trying to exploit me, exploit another human being for money. And it's fine that that happened to me. I don't care about that. That's fine. The thing that hurts me so much, that utterly destroys my soul and hurts me, is that she feels that she has the right to treat another human being in that manner. And she will. She's going to treat other human beings in that same manner. That I utterly hate. I despise that justification. I despise that thinking, that thought process. I hate that. You have no right to treat any human being in that manner. I don't care. I don't care if it's a worker, like me, just some worker. You have no right. Waitress, waiter, bartender, guy on the street, person driving, you have no right to treat another human being like that. And that hurt me so bad. It just, when something like that happens, it's probably another example of why I should be out of this job, because it's not meant for me. I'm too sensitive to that, I see this, I see that insanity, and it kills me, And so that hurt me, So now you gotta deal with that for the rest of your day. You gotta carry that with you for the rest of your day, and you go to sleep with it. That's how my mind works. It's not healthy. It's not good. But praise God, you encounter that, and that's to be expected in this life, in this world. You're gonna encounter evil. That's evil. That thought process. She's not evil. She's another person, and I hope she gets saved. I hope she turns around her life and she treats people with respect. But the behavior, the created behavior, think about that. The sin itself. It's created. It's justified. It comes about after the fact. I don't hate her. I hate the behavior. I hate that. It's sad. You love the sinner, you hate the sin. That's God's thinking. That's how he views it. He still loves you today, but it's your sin. That's what you have to turn away from. So that's what I encountered, and that really brought me down. But then the most amazing thing happened then shortly after that. I was knelt down on the ground. On Tuesday nights, you have to put out a bunch of candy, and so I was on the ground, knelt down. What you don't understand is these manufacturers, they don't have their devices like broken that puts the little hole in the middle top of the bag of candy. It's broken. So you have to physically get down on your knees and just slowly get it on the hook to put it on there. It's really annoying. But that's how cheap they've become. Their machines are all broken, so it doesn't properly cut the hole in the top. It's really annoying. So anyway, I was down on my knees, putting each individual bag of candy on the hook, And then this guy comes out of nowhere. I had met this guy before, and I've had good thoughts about this guy, but I was just shocked that he comes up to me and he starts talking to me about, about the exact thing I needed to hear, Something like that is miraculous. You may not think it on the surface, You could just scoff at me and say, Alex, you just, you don't understand, Alex. This is daily, blah, 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 blah. No. When I encounter that evil, okay, and then immediately after that I encounter another anomaly that is so good and so wonderful, there's no explanation. I consider that God, And so this guy starts talking to me about a conversation topic that I won't bore you with, because a lot of people might get offended with that topic, or maybe it's boring to you, so I won't bother with the details related to that. But it's funny because I don't really get to talk about things that I enjoy usually. You know, I let other people do the talking. I'm a listener. And but it was very nice, and he shook my hand. And I'm knelt down and just looking up at this guy, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? How is this happening? So I was very pleased that, and I just want you to think back to um, Abraham encountering those guys. Were they angels? Was it Jesus Christ that they encountered? I think there are forces for evil in this world, certainly. Was that lady you encounter and her behavior? That's pure evil. But then you can't despair in that. You can't wallow in that. You have to try to focus on the good and try to hold on to those interactions that you have with good. And I shook his hand as he came up to me, and then I shook his hand as he was leaving. He was just I assumed he was homeless, he he has a speech impediment and he smells bad, but I'd take him any day. I'll smell whatever he smells like. I'll take that and that courtesy he showed me any day over that lowlife woman who treated me in that manner. I'll take 100 bums that smell like death over her and her horrible tone for a second. Take 100 bums all day over her just being in my presence for 1 second. That behavior is just unacceptable. So I have to try to forget her. And, maybe she was just having a bad day. That could be possible too. I have to try and tolerate her presence. She's still another person, another soul that could be saved. But her appearance reflected her behavior. She looked like a ghoul or something. But you look into the eyes of this bum. He stinks. He smells bad. He's got a speech impediment. But you look into his eyes. You look into his little smile and his tone. And I see God there. I I can't explain it, but do you know what I'm talking about? Do you? And what I was talking about with Abraham entertaining those angels, are you entertaining angels unawares? Maybe that bum, maybe he's actually the one angel in this city. Who knows? You know, we encounter so many strange people, so many weird interactions in our daily lives, and you just gotta wonder when you have that kind of intervention. You know, you encounter such utter evil, and then I encounter such courtesy, such good and wonderful kindness. It's really incredible to think about. But maybe he's just a bum? I don't know. I'd certainly like there to be more bums like him walking around than hags like her. But I don't know. Just thought I'd share that thought. Thank you for listening. Have a blessed day.